this rapper and him, they all in the room together.
I go to Daddy House studio and I'm fucking with Diddy and Q-Tip, and they was in there doing some shit.
You won't believe what's trending right now. Busta Rhymes, the hip-hop legend himself, is caught in some shocking footage that just surfaced. Imagine Diddy's male dancers making an appearance and Busta losing his cool in record time. Surprising, right? This is the same Busta we thought kept it clean. Everyone's talking about it, and let me tell you, his reaction is something else. Get ready, because we've got all the details on this juicy story coming right up.
I just want to say, I know a lot of people want to hear these stories and everything like that, because this is stuff that happened back in the day. And then maybe that if they knew there was going to ever be a YouTube, or they knew there was going to ever be social media, a lot of the stuff probably wouldn't have got played out like it did. But things happen, and these are just stories from the past. I would like to use that as, what you call that, just to clear the facts up what's going on. But it all started, we was in Atlanta. And this story starts when I'm with Puff, and he's in exotic bookstores and he's doing shopping, right? He's shopping, getting his stuff and everything like that. So, you know, this is the first time I was ever in an exotic bookstore with Puff. So, you know, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that, because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he's going, I'm just looking at the places where he's picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I was like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs. And I was like, hey, yo, I was messing with him. Because people don't understand, you know, we was like friends. He was a part of the same gang. So I'm still gonna tease him. I'm still gonna mess with him and everything like that. I could do that. It wasn't just no security thing. So I say, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said butt plugs. And he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you could do it by yourself, brother. And he started walking and everything like that. So when he got I just waited at the counter. So when he got to the counter, he didn't even have to show the guy nothing. He just gave the guy a wad of money. I mean, like he gave the guy a stack something like this. And Puff wasn't the dude that carried no 20s and no 50s and nothing like that. And I mean, like, he just said, boom. And we walked out the store. So we had to leave Atlanta and go to North Carolina for a show. You understand? And it was him, this rapper, Sarah, and this other girl. We all got on a G5 jet, and we flew to G4 jet, and we flew to North Carolina.
Let me tell you, this video has everyone buzzing like crazy. Picture Busta Rhymes, usually cool and collected, just enjoying life. And then bam, this clip drops, and everything flips in seconds. Here's the scoop. Diddy's there, male dancers are making their entrance, and Busta looks like he wants to disappear on a spot. You could practically see the sweat on his face. Word is Busta was ready to bolt as soon as he realized what was happening, but the internet. Oh, they caught everything people zoomed in, analyzed every look, every awkward movement. It was like a hip-hop CSI. And Busta's face? It said it all without him saying a thing. Pure, get me out of here vibes. I don't know about you, but I've never seen Busta this uncomfortable. He's been in the game for decades, seen and done it all. But this shook him to the core, and people online were eating up every second of it.
So later on that, I think that afternoon, same day, this rapper and him, they all in the room together. You know, it's Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. So I'm hearing at the door and stuff like that, like, yeah, so then Next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff, they're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bruh, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering them. And he was like, yo, I don't care, man, I'm going in there. That bull like that. I said, yo, bruh, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed his and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, Gene, that's my cousin. He know me well, and Puff was like, yo, Gene, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on. So I was like, oh, he said it was a lot of freaking going on. So that was basically that story, man. You know what I'm saying? They went back in the room. Dude felt a certain kind of way and he left out. So I seen them at the concert the next day and they tried to, form up against me. But my man Frank was like, I told my man Frank, I was like, yo, Frank, put yourself in that position. Somebody trying to get in the room and Ja told you don't let nobody get in the room. What would you do? Now y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, man. But I ain't taking no losses. He said, yo, you good, and that was it. Bruh, when Ja said, you don't want to come up in there, a lot of freaky stuff is going on. You got to use your mind. What they was doing with those butt plugs.
Right.
People started sharing this video so fast, it was like wildfire. And with each share, Busta's name got dragged further. It was like he was the main star with everyone's focus on him. By the end of the night, his name was trending for all the wrong reasons. Memes, jokes, old tweets resurfacing, you name it. Watching it all unfold was like a train wreck in slow motion. No one could look away, and this was only the beginning. That's the thing about the internet. It never sleeps, and it never forgets. People were already speculating about what this meant for Busta's career, since his image has always been his brand. But here's the kicker. You think Busta might lay low and let this blow over. Oh no, he had things to say, and let me tell you, it wasn't pretty. We'll get to that. But for now, just know this video flipped Busta's world upside down faster than you can say. Put your hands where my eyes can see. And trust me, everyone's eyes saw something they never expected from Mr. Rhymes.
Just know, bro, like when it comes to certain things like this, it's a lot of people that who hold weight. They want me to tell stories that they experience with them. I ain't doing that though. I may have some of them come on the podcast or something. Now I am gonna have the guy who got the case against Dwight Howard. He gonna come on the podcast and talk. That's gonna be interesting. Because he hit me up thanking me. He's like, man, he felt more courageous. You feel me? He felt like he not alone no more. Because, he speak about dude like he a monster. You know what I'm saying? He showed me like the threats he was receiving and things like that from him. So like, I'm getting a lot of support though, bro. Like the support I've been receiving, it really changed my whole life. Cause like working this job, bro, like it eat away at your soul, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause you can't really date like that. You feel me? And then you gotta keep so much a secret. You know what I'm saying? And like normal ladies feel insecure because you always around these models, these ladies who got all this surgery. They feel insecure about that. And it's like, you know, most ladies barely met a man they can really trust. So like when you live in this lifestyle, bro, it's a lonely path, bro. You feel me? That's why I be so thankful for my family, like my mom, my brother, my homie Unknown, dude got like my brothers, you feel me? Like my members. You need that because like, bro, so many people was shocked at some of the things I was saying, but it's a lot of people who quietly in my inbox thanking me for speaking out about certain things. So you feel me? Like a lot of abuse victims are reaching out to me, you feel me, buying shirts, bro, just sending me like I'll get like a $5, like a random $5 Apple Pay. Thank you for speaking out and all this type of stuff. I'm like, damn. Okay. You know, a lot of people like especially like a lot of sexual abuse survivors, man, they coming to me every day thanking me for speaking out about certain things, for protecting women and kids and stuff like that. You really like, this just my crusade I always been on, bro. You feel me? So like, I'm not really concerned about no detractors or what they have to say, because if you got a problem, come get up with me. Period. If not, shut up or get up with me. Period.
Just when things couldn't seem wilder, Busta decided to jump into the chaos himself. And he didn't just join the conversation, he blew the doors off. What happened next left everyone, from fans to fellow celebrities, asking, is Busta okay? So picture this, Busta, probably still shaken from the video, grabs his phone and hops on social media. You'd think he'd try to calm things down, maybe post an apology or call it a misunderstanding. But nope, that's not what happened at all. Instead, he went off like a firecracker, calling people out and throwing shade everywhere. One minute he's threatening to spill secrets, the next he's talking about loyalty and respect. It was like a live train wreck that no one could stop watching. Word on the street is Busta might have had a few drinks before posting, and honestly, that would explain some of it. People even wondered if his account got hacked, but no. This was pure, unfiltered Busta. Fans were shocked, haters were thrilled, and everyone else was just glued to the drama. People were screenshotting his posts faster than he could delete them, and you can bet his PR team was scrambling to handle the fallout. But Busta wasn't done yet. He started bringing other rappers into it, rehashing old beefs and stirring up more trouble. It was like he forgot every lesson about staying professional. He was burning bridges left and right, all over a video that probably would have blown over in a few days.
Because my next guest just testified before a federal grand jury. He says he was in possession of a trove of digital evidence from Diddy's freak-offs and parties. His name is Courtney Burgess, and he says a friend gave him 11 flash drives that belonged to the late Kim Porter.
A friend?
And if you follow this story, you'll know that Kim Porter is Diddy's ex-girlfriend and the mother of 4 of his kids. On those drives, the witness says 8 videos featured 8 celebrities at Diddy freak-offs or parties, and that 6 were males, 2 were females. The drive also included a manuscript of an alleged Kim Porter memoir, a memoir that her 4 kids insist is fake. Courtney Burgess told his story on a podcast before he told the grand jury today, and after he told the grand jury, and I mean immediately after, he booked it over to my set, and he and his attorney talked to me. I should tell you that he was very limited in how much detail he could go into about his testimony. And because the 8 people in the videos, the 8 celebrities in the videos were allegedly victims of sex crimes, we know who they are, but we will not be naming them, famous or not. Here now is my conversation with Courtney Burgess and Ariel.
He said, like a friend gave him this. And literally he's saying, I see we can see who these celebrities are. So in my mind, I'm just saying to myself, like this wouldn't be part of the trial. I'm just kind of confused on, like this wouldn't be part of the trial.
By the time Busta finally logged off, the damage was done. He turned a simple scandal into a full-blown crisis, and the internet wasn't about to let him forget it. Memes flooded in, jokes were everywhere, and his name was trending for all the wrong reasons. It was like a slow-motion car crash. You wanted to look away, but you couldn't. Everyone was talking about it, from fans to industry insiders. People were speculating about what this meltdown meant for his career, his reputation, and everything he built over the years. And let me tell you, the fallout was just beginning. Instead of setting the record straight, he'd only thrown gasoline on an already raging fire. Now the big question on everyone's mind was, how is he going to come back from this? This mess was getting messier by the minute.
Did you personally see this coming? And if so, how long ago?
Right. So me personally, I definitely seen it coming. Like 2013 was when I really first started speaking out about this, because he was booked to host an event in Chicago at a nightclub called The Vibe on 1534 North Kingsbury. I was head of security at this venue. And whenever celebrities would come through, the owner and the general manager, shout out PJ Khan and shout out Joey Vartanian, they would send me with celebrities after the club. So I ended up at one of his events, and a gentleman I used to work for, his name was David Arrington. He used to not work for, work with. He was a security like me, big, strong, intimidating dude. Come to find out, you know, he was double dipping. You feel me? He was getting hired as a sex worker, and when I got to the event, he was there. And
as a bodyguard or?
No, he was there as a performer. Right. So that gentleman's incarcerated right now. He ended up killing his boyfriend, stealing his car, all type of stuff. So he crashed out. So that's how I ended up even knowing about this type of stuff. So, and when I got to the party, you know, all the waitresses was topless. They had like...
You're the second person to say that.
Yeah, like that's okay. Yeah, everybody, the waitresses was topless. Like they had like dancers in cages, naked. I seen a few people had like lions on leashes and stuff like that. You feel me? And then, you know, once they came out to collect everybody's phones, that's when I said, I'm going to the car, y'all got it. Because I seen the Diddy guy holding hands with two vampire-looking dudes, like they was off Twilight. You feel me? So if you ever at a celebrity party, you see street dudes kicking it, the females, when you see the vampires come in, somebody case getting touched, better be on point, bro. Oh no.
Do you feel like you have the spirit of discernment to like know when you see a man or a woman that know they on some like you said, the guy you was working with was a whole sex worker, and I don't, you know.
I was suspicious of him.
Okay.
For sure. You know, any person who worked private security at a high level, you know, I get this from my mom, the spirit of discernment. That's something she always said, exact words, so salute to you. And, you know.
Girl, you won't believe what's happening to Busta's squeaky clean image. Remember when he was all about that family-friendly vibe? Well, honey, that image is crumbling fast, like a stale cookie in hot milk. It's a slow-motion car crash, and the internet is loving every second. Here's the tea. People are digging up old interviews like they're searching for buried treasure, trying to find anything that could make Busta look bad. It's like everyone turned into a detective overnight, and they're finding things that have people raising their eyebrows. His social media is blowing up, and not in a good way. Fans are all up in the comments, feeling betrayed and disappointed, saying things like, "We thought you were different, Busta." It's giving major secondhand embarrassment. Real fans who've been loyal for years are now questioning everything they thought they knew about him. And here's the latest. Word on the street is that some of Busta's business deals might be in jeopardy. You know how it goes. Brands don't want to be linked to drama. I'm hearing that some companies are considering cutting ties faster than you can say, "Put your hands where my eyes can see." It's like watching dominoes fall one after the other.
If you do this job at a high level, you can look into somebody's eyes and tell if they're a killer You can look in their eyes and tell if they're a get money person. You can look in their eyes and tell if, you know, they get a little extra wild. You feel me? Bro.
Would you say this is one of the most uncomfortable situations you've been in, or?
No.
Okay.
Because I mean, like, if you know, you know. Like, like the celebrity world is mostly losers. You feel me? They just got money. Like, they not player. Like, they're not kind to people. They don't know how to talk to females. And most of them are, like I said, celebrity world is Zesselmania, man. Period.
You got to trademark that move.
It's Zesselmania. I done been in real. I done been in real life or death situations. Like I done. Yeah.
I've heard a lot of rumors of people say that Diddy's a gangster. Is Diddy a gangster? Being around him.
He not a pushover. He a tough cake toucher, bro. I'll tell you that much, bro. Like,
tough cake toucher.
for sure, bro. Like.
You had said you had seen a scene where he came up to a young dude and choked him and said, you either want to get with God or
grabbed the man by his throat.
Yeah.
He was like, you want to walk with God or you want to be a roach, nigga?
That's some gangster shit to say.
And I'm looking like,
that's
damn.
some Frank Lucas shit.
So I'm like, damn, why you? I'm like, you gonna let him grab you like that? Because bro, he real touchy feely, so that's how he discern if he gonna try to. If you let him touch you a little too much,
he knows.
Yeah, he gon' he might grab your jaw, so you gotta be open.
But wait, it gets worse. Even other rappers are starting to back away from the drama. You know it's serious when your own people start to distance themselves. No one wants Busta's mess rubbing off on them. 1 minute you're on top, and the next you're radioactive. The game is cold, and Busta's likely realizing just how quickly one night can undo years of hard work. His reputation? Going up in smoke faster than you can light a match. It's like he forgot the #1 rule of fame. The internet never forgets and rarely forgives. But this story isn't over yet. In hip-hop, today's villain can be tomorrow's comeback kid. The big question now is, can Busta turn this around, or will he keep digging himself deeper? I don't know about you, but I'm staying tuned to see how this plays out. One thing's for sure, he's going to have to hustle harder than ever to get back into everyone's good graces. It won't be easy, but if anyone can pull it off, it might be him, or maybe not. We'll just have to wait and see, because in this game, anything's possible.
There are 150,000 unaccounted for children that cross the border every year that are unaccounted for. There is a certain level of darkness that comes with levels of high wealth, because Rook just asked me right now that I think that he could rape somebody. You know, these are people who are not used to being told no. And like, I know a gentleman who has a yacht, right? The yacht probably costs like $200 million. And there's an entire staff that stays on this yacht. They stay for 6 months, the other staff come for the next 6 months. So if you got enough money, you can buy a person. You can buy their time. So that's the level of what's going on.
Now, there's been a lot of alleged saying that him with different celebrities in videos exist, both male and female. Do you know that to be true?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I seen some stills of some tapes being shot.
Now we live in the world of the deep fake and AI. Is it possible that could be created or crafted and sold?
So it's kind of hard to fake CCTV footage, simply because it's time stamped and the pixels in that camera. Any AI footage, the pixels is way higher than a normal camera.
For sure.
So, you know, you got to take that into consideration.
I think I'm gonna Google everyone who has a $200 million yacht. And we gonna line this. We gonna get close.
It's hundreds of guys who got.
Okay.
Bro,
Yeah. Okay.
Rook, didn't you say you wanted a yacht?
200 million. 200 million.
I'm scared to get money now.
It's getting scary.
It's not the money that changes people, because if you a man who get money, you know that this money is a tool.
Right.
It's not your identity. And like, I'm sure there are things that you wouldn't do for money.
Right.
So it's not the money that changes people.
Rook always told me money only amplifies who you really are.
Yeah, you don't really know who you are until you get some money.
Right.
Yeah,
for sure.
Let you have anything in the world that you want. I'm gonna tell you what.
Now, Diddy was he had sued the liquor company. I forget the name. It was a hard name for me to pronounce, but he pretty much won the lawsuit. But it was explained that in these lawsuits there's a morality clause. Do you think that his battle against this liquor company could have been what set this off actually, or was this only inevitable?
Well, you gotta look at it. We all thought he owned Ciroc.
For sure.
He felt like eventually he would be able to get some ownership stake. He didn't. And these issues really started for him once he went after them. Because shortly thereafter, he sold Revolt TV. And anybody who follows him, Revolt TV was his baby. He worked hard on that.
Facts.
So once that was sold, I knew the end was near at that point. Because, just like Gucci Mane, when he went to jail, he passed his artist contracts off to people who can hold them and fulfill the details while he was gone. That's what they do. They pass it off to people who can put it in a shell corporation. Because you can have a corporation that have an anonymous owner. So once I seen Revolt get sold, I knew the end. I knew there was going to be a tumultuous path for him, for sure.
Ever seen a phoenix rise from the ashes? That's what Busta's trying to pull off right now. But here's the million-dollar question. Will he soar like an eagle or crash and burn like a cheap firework? Busta's reputation is pretty much in the gutter, and now his team's working overtime to control the damage. They're putting out fires left and right, but it's like a game of whack-a-mole. Every time they think they've got it under control, another scandal pops up. People are saying Busta needs to step up on the situation and maybe even throw in an apology. Some crocodile tears wouldn't hurt. But you know how some celebs are. Getting them to admit a mistake is like pulling teeth. Meanwhile, others think he should just lay low, maybe take a social media break until this blows over. But in today's world, good luck with that. And the internet? Oh, it's having a field day. Memes, jokes, and more memes. Every time you open Twitter or Instagram, there's another one staring back at you. It's like the gift that keeps on giving, though Busta probably wishes he could return it. Busta's at a crossroads and his next move could make or break him. It's like he's standing on the edge of a cliff, one wrong step, and his career could tumble down. So, can he turn this around? It's going to take more than a hit song or a flashy video. Some think he needs a full apology tour, talk shows, interviews, maybe even a heartfelt song about how he's changed. But that's a risky game. One slip-up, and he could dig himself even deeper.
Did you feel like it was Diddy's, or do you feel like he was careless towards leading up to this? Like, I know you had mentioned him, just the way he's moving. He's even him coming to New York, lollipops. Do you feel like he was moving like very careless, and where like that's why you don't have a bond? That's why you weren't strategic enough in this whole thing.
Absolutely, because the agreement was that as long as his private jet wasn't in the same state as him, he would be able to stay on the street. The moment that jet came to New York, he got arrested. And then you got to think about it, like, they got him on audio, calling witnesses, trying to get them to change the story. That's extremely careless.
Yes.
It's almost as if he was used to having someone protecting him.
They say he's snitching on Jay-Z. Is that a real thing?
You don't want to say Jay-Z on it, bro. Out of respect to y'all, you don't want to say his name on it.
So that's good.
For sure.
All right, so we're gonna they say they're snitching. Diddy's snitching. Is that a real thing?
Have we ever really seen an indictment where the details were sealed? We only really seen that with Epstein. And the only chance he has to not get a life sentence is to cooperate.
Right.
Wait, and you mentioned that Diddy may not make it out alive.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, see, when you say something like definitely, I got to get your take on it because we seen what happened with Epstein and we seen the, like you said, a sealed indictment, don't know what's in it.
Right.
We hear stories of stars paying off lawsuits and keeping their name out of the news. Like, you feel like there's something that's bigger than even Diddy that is at stake of failing?
Yeah, definitely. So if anybody pays attention to the political climate in our country right now, the FBI is at risk of getting disbanded.
For sure.
We're coming up on a new election. Now, the week that he was indicted, the head of Sony Music, Randy Goodman, stepped down.
Yep.
CEO of Warner, Kaz Kobayashi, stepped down. CEO of 300 Entertainment, Kevin Lyle, stepped down. And the CEO of Nike, John Donahue, all stepped down one in the same week. Then we see the mayor of New York, Eric, get indicted. And then now we see the guy Reeves from Abercrombie get indicted for sex trafficking. So the sex trafficking investigators, the group of guys who do that, is a small group, probably about 50, 60 people. So the same people who investigated him also were investigating him and these other people. So you gotta always watch the trickle effect when it comes down to it. So for sure.
Now, we were talking about him contacting witnesses and how careless that was. Do you think it's because of this drug addiction that he has?
That's a great question. So I'll say this. Any man who I know who did ecstasy for more than 4 years straight, they all have a trans girlfriend right now.
Y'all got what?
Any man that I knew personally who did ecstasy more than 4 years straight have a trans girlfriend right now. And you live in a false sense of reality when you always high. When he got arrested with a drug called Tunchi, which is a mixture of ecstasy and cocaine.
Yes.
Now, cocaine can cause impotence. Ecstasy counteracts that. So you're taking a combination of drugs and you got arrested with it while you under indictment.
It's just, you can't make it up.
Can't make this up.
Let me ask you, because the pink cocaine was found in Liam Payne's One Direction system, and they felt like he, accidentally fell off the roof of his hotel. But have you seen anybody dealing with pink cocaine and what effects it causes? Do you even know what pink cocaine is?
Pink cocaine is called Tunchi. They dye it with food coloring, and sometimes they put flavor in it, but it's a mixture of cocaine and ecstasy.
Would it cause you to do things like maybe jump off of a roof?
So look, if, hypothetically speaking, if someone came to me and said, look, I need this person to die, the two easiest ways to get away with murder is for someone to take a large fall or a car crash. Just look up how many people in the last month died from falling out of a window.
Some people think Busta should just focus on his music, head back to the studio, and drop some fire tracks to remind everyone why they loved him in the first place. But can his hits outweigh the scandal? That's the real question everyone's waiting to see answered. And let's not forget about his fans. They're feeling betrayed, confused, and seriously disappointed. Busta's going to have to work harder than ever to win them back. It's like he's starting over, rebuilding his image brick by brick. The word on the street is that this could be the end of Busta as we know him. But let's not count him out just yet. We've seen some wild comebacks in this business. Remember when everyone thought it was over for certain celebs? Well, I won't name names, but you know who I'm talking about. If anyone can bounce back, it might be Busta. Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. We'll all be watching every step of the way, ready to spill the tea as it happens. In the world of celebrity drama, you never know what's coming next. So stay tuned. This story is far from over.
He was a gay dude, super cool, feel me, good guy. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us. Well, I know he was in the little group. So if I go out with somebody, like a group of people, I try to make sure everybody get there together and leave together. No, he stayed with them. He stayed in there with them, bro. For sure, bro. You ain't never heard about this before, have you? Bro, this common knowledge, bro. Like, if you in the mix, bro. If you in the mix, like I've been in the mix, you know this, bro.
How long has it been like this known about Busta Rhymes?
Well, I knew about this like in 2012. I knew about this in 2012.
How come you think nobody else speaks up on it or says anything?
Because, bro, these people admire these people so much. They want to make sure they in the section, they at the club, they at the video shoot, they can get backstage. That matters most to them. That matters so much to people. It's crazy. Like, but if you notice, like, it's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. This girl touched him one time, he go crazy, throw a drink on her and everything. See what I'm saying? Like, what? Why you getting mad at females? You go to these guys, they're in the club, go to their section. It's all men in the section. That ain't weird to nobody. I'm going to the bar, sorry. Text me if it get dangerous. But there's all this club security in here, like nothing's finna happen. Nobody wanna kill you guys, bro. Like, when I get jobs from people who really got a threat on their life, I move way different. Nobody wants to kill these entertainers like that, bro. Like when I do my threat assessment, there's never an immediate threat or danger. It's never a situation that they're gonna tell me, oh, this person wants to murder me, or this person wants to bring harm on me. It's never like that. Them type of people be normal guys. So I hear somebody say, oh, he's cute, I want him. So when I heard that, I turned around like, man, did he just say that? Man, you got all this jewelry to attract some men in here? You wild. Shocked me. But sure enough.
And that was the guy that Busta Rhymes pulled back?
He pulled him into the section. Pulled him into the section, and then they walled him off like this man. I'm like, damn. And that little dude was so happy. He couldn't believe that. He was shocked. But man, you ask, bro, anybody that's in the mix, bro, like you know, bro. Most of these dudes, bro, putting on a major act. They don't want to be themselves.
That's crazy.
They'll get mad at you for buying bottles of champagne to get a girls. They'll get mad, oh, we don't want these bottle rats in our section. What are we here for? Why are y'all here then? What are y'all here for? Just because y'all got booked to be here, okay, but sometimes they not booked. They just in there. So, and what they looking for, it ain't gonna be what you thinking of.
This whole Busta situation is messier than a toddler eating spaghetti, and trust me, it's far from over. Our boy has more damage control to do than a politician caught in a scandal. The streets are saying Busta's going to have to work harder than a one-legged man in a kicking contest to get back in everyone's good graces. But you know how it goes in this game. Today's scandal is tomorrow's old news. So, will Busta rise from the ashes like a phoenix with a fresh it or fade faster than last season's fashion? Your guess is as good as mine. One thing's for sure though, we're keeping our eyes peeled and ears to the ground, ready to spill all the hot tea as it unfolds. So don't go anywhere. This drama is just getting started,